Alright, so today being World Turtle Day, we thought we would do a video on keeping our macleay river turtle. Now these guys are found. Oh, no, that's not our turtle. Alright, we'll be right back. This is our little salty, so I'll go grab our macleay river turtle and then we'll get back to the video. Alright, so this is our macleay river turtle, which we call Raph. So this guy's a boy. He's probably only going to grow another maybe centimetre on this one. So maybe another that much on the shell. So as you can see, he's very small. One of Australia's smallest species. You find these guys on the north coast of New South Wales in the Macleay River. They're not a species that travels about too much. They don't really climb out of the water and move about like others do. These guys are really great pets. Easy to look after. Good for fish tanks because they're quite small, and at our shows, when we do shows, these guys are always a great hit with kids. Kids love turtles, and as you can see, his tail's out, his head's out, he's moving about a bit, but they're really not shy. They do love being out and about and wandering and handled, and yeah, so we'll get into the video. Okay, so this is our indoor tank for the Macleay River turtle. Macleay River turtles, they're found in the Macleay River. They don't really stray far from their area, and they're not like the eastern longneck or the Murray River that get up and wander about. They mainly just stick to their small little area. They're one of Australia's smallest species of turtle. Probably grow about this big with the carapace or the shell. So they're ideal for a fish tank species. They also do really well in outdoor ponds as well. So our tank that we've got this one in, it's 900 by 45, and then the height wise we've got it 45 as well, so it's 900 by 45 by 45, so it's a decent size tank for a turtle. It's only about this big. We've got little guppies swimming about in here. We've got a water heater in there just to heat the water a little. It's not overly imperative, the water heater, but we like to have it in there. We use a UV light on top. We've got the external canister filter. Underneath all the rocks we've got this stuff, which is you can get from Woolworths. You don't have to put it in, we just put it in to protect the glass. It's the non-stick, or not the non-stick, the sticking, the grip mat that goes under like breadboards and stuff in kitchens. So we just put it underneath the rocks to make sure we don't accidentally drop rocks on the glass and crack it. We don't want to leak in our turtle pond or turtle tank. So this is the land that we've built. Basically it's just PVC pipe that we've cable tied together at different sections, and then it does hold water as well, so it does leak a little. Then we've got the perspex that we've used for a ramp and a platform, and then on top of the perspex we've cable tied astroturfing to make it look nice and something for it to grip on and walk about. So we pop that in. It's a little bit of an awkward fit to get in. And as you saw on the perspex, we also had little cable ties running right across, and the cable ties running right across across the bottom allow us to put one of these rocks, big rocks, on top of the cable ties to hold the platform in place. Now the water level is a little bit high in here, so we will drop it down. We like to have the water level probably about that far below the platform, but you can have it right up to the platform just as long as there's plenty of dry space. So, like realistically, the water's going to evaporate anyway, and that's going to come out. You can decorate your pond. You can put your turtle tank. You can put little plants in, make it look nice. Give somewhere for the fish to move about, and then little rocks just to add a bit of texture and a bit of movement, an area for your turtle to swim about and enjoy. And then we've got these little lids that we've made up. A lot of tanks will come with lids. So the turtles, this particular species of turtle, we're not overly worried about it climbing out and getting out, but we do have these lids on there just to make everything a bit easier. Here we've got the filter, which we will also show you how to clean the filter and what to do with the water and how to pack it. So external canister filter is pretty much all you need, and it doesn't need to be cleaned overly often.
Cell hole.
Yeah. So this is the inward tube, and that pumps the water out of the filter into the tank. And then over here we've got the tube with the little thing to stop fishies getting sucked up, and that goes into the water and right down to the bottom, and as you can see, that will hopefully start once we plug it in. These things you sometimes have to pump a bit, but because we filled it with water, it should be a lot easier. The other thing you can do is you can plug the hose in if it doesn't start by doing this. But a few pumps with the thing full, get all the bubbles out, get that flow going. Again with the hose, this kind of just starts much quicker. Alright, so the filter we use is a canister filter, so an external canister filter. They're very easy to clean. They're not sitting inside the enclosure. Just you've got the tube, you've got the in tube, you've got the out tube. As for cleaning, you'll take the little trays that sit inside out, you'll give them a hose, you'll empty it out, you give that a hose, and then you just pile them back in. When you pile them back in, you've got to make sure that the holes match up. So you've got this little hole here, which has to match up to this hole, and then the little clips have to match on there. So that would be how the clips go. So the hole is over the other side, and then basically you just plonk these down. What you've got in here, you've got your filtration stuff. Underneath that you've got your charcoal, and you give that all a good hose down, that cleans it right out. Plonk that in there. Then here you've got whatever these things are, but they help clean as well. And then you've got your, I think these are carbon balls with another bit of filtration material, and then you pop that up on top to keep that all in place. Now, something that will save you a lot of effort as well is if you fill the filter box with water. Just helps when you're trying to get the thing started. Not as much water has to be pumped through because this thing's going to be basically all full of water when you're doing it. As you can see, it does take a bit of water, and you don't have to clean the filter too often. Like once a month or once every 2 months is good. Some people, if you've got like a bigger filter, you don't have to clean it as often as say a littler filter. Some outdoor ponds use filtration systems that you really don't want to clean too often because the algae and all that helps break stuff down, but this is not one of those filters. Alright, and then the top goes on, hooks up over that, squeeze it all on and connect it all up together. Alright, so I'll pop the other lid on, and the UV light over the top. So it just lights the whole enclosure up, and nice and close up on the basking spot, so we won't really get him too much in the water, but it will get him nice when he jumps onto the basking spot. And you can give the glass a clean. The glass is pretty dirty in here, but it doesn't really affect the inside, it's just more a looks perspective. You can see we've got all the little fish swimming about inside there, and yeah, very simple, easy setup. Pumps do well, and yeah, macleay river turtle.